What is going on, y'all, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. Now, we're back out here in the main house on the bigger farm today. We're chilling in the garage. We've got the Ferrari F8 still in here because, well, it needed some service, and we haven't done it yet. But don't worry about that. It's fine. We'll get it done. Now, I actually was browsing around on the internet last night, and I found something that I thought would be a really interesting project. Now, it's an '03 Dodge, '03 3500 Cummins crew cab long bed, but it's a single wheel 3500. It's not a dually, it's a single rear wheel 3500. And apparently it can be had for a really, really good deal because the dude, it was basically a project and then he stopped halfway through. It's got a lift kit, but it doesn't have any aftermarket wheels or anything like that. So it's basically chilling in his carport with like stock wheels and a lift kit. But like, I think there's like a mild tune. I don't know. We'll have to see when we get it into the shop. But I ended up thinking, like, you know what? It would be a really cool project for the farm. And not only that, it was really cheap. I think it was like 8 grand or something, which is ridiculously cheap for something like that. So it's probably got a couple of little issues, but to be honest, I'm okay with that for like a deal that good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to hop into the high country, the 3500 flatbed high country, and I'm going to go around back and grab the trailer, and we're going to go ahead and head out there and pick it up. We've pretty much already done the deal, if you want to call it that, like the deal on the truck itself. So we're going to roll around back and go grab the trailer, and then head on down there and check this thing out. It's actually not too far away from town either. Now, where did I leave my trailer? I'm actually really worried now because I have no clue where I left my trailer, and that's not good. To make a long story short, I finally found the trailer. Trust me, y'all don't want to know where the trailer was. I put it somewhere, and when I say I put the trailer somewhere, I put it, well, let's just say I put the trailer somewhere I shouldn't have put it. Now, I want to say that that is a one-way street because the stop sign is facing the opposite direction. So in order to get to this dude's house, we're going to have to go, I think, around the block a little bit to make our way in there. But let's get on, oh God, speed limit 35. Don't worry about it. 65, it's fine. Yeah, it's all good. Don't worry about it. All right, now we're actually going to be able to pass right by the dealership. Yep, nobody's coming. It's fine. So we should be able to just make a right down this little back road, and then the dude's house should be on the left. He said that we would be able to see the truck sitting in his carport, and actually, I think I can see it right from here. Yep, I see it right there. Oh, dude, I'm pumped. I can't wait to check this thing out. All right, let's go on and ease on in over here, and I'm gonna put my truck on the side of the road just in case any traffic needs to come through here or anything like that. And then once we're good to go, then we can put the ramps down and we'll get the truck loaded up. But first, I need to check this thing out. I need to see if it's like what we're looking for. Now, as he described, it's basically, you know, got a lift kit. It's got stock wheels and tires. It's had some work done to like, they've had like, looks like the headlight lenses have been like color matched. A little bit of work here and there. Looks like it's definitely got an exhaust. Taillights have been cleared. It's definitely, like, you could tell it was a project. It's got some miles on it. It's got, like, 280,000 miles on it. But for one of these, I mean, that's really not much at all. We already went ahead and agreed on the price and everything like that. And that is pending whether or not the test drive goes well. So let's get in and take it for a spin and see what it's all about. Let's fire it up first and see how it sounds. Oh, dude, it fires right up. It seems to idle really nice, too. Let's take it on out on the road. We'll do a quick little loop with it. All right, just check and see if anybody's coming. Dude left a cooler in the back. All right. All right, let's roll into it, give her some beans. Okay, this thing is definitely on a stock tune, because I've been flooring it for quite a while now, and it's pretty slow, not gonna lie. But these trucks were never meant to be fast, like, right from the factory. They've got great torque, of course, but they're not gonna be, you know, some, like, absolutely bonkers speed machine on the stock tune. Let's go to make a, well, maybe not make a right. We'll go down this way, excuse me. We'll go down this way, see how it handles on a gravel road, and then we'll just turn around and go right back. I don't think there's going to be any traffic to contend with on that road anyway, so I think we'll be just fine to do this. I know this wasn't a really long test drive, but I just wanted to make sure that everything worked, you know? And it seems like everything works just fine. All right, let's turn around and we'll head on back. We'll give her some beans. This is full throttle, by the way. When I say full throttle, I mean that is full throttle, and we didn't even get up to 40. Yeah, we're gonna have to get this thing tuned. All right, let's check and make sure nobody's coming. We got somebody off in the distance, but it's no worries. Let's go. Yeah, I have been flooring it ever since the stop sign, and I gotta tell you, I think it's gonna be a great work truck, you know, around the farm. I think it's gonna be a fun weekend truck as well, fun project, but it's definitely gonna need a tune to wake it up for sure. All right, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and position it right behind the trailer. We will take it indeed. And then we'll get those ramps down, and we'll get her up on the trailer and take her back to the barn. Now, fortunately, I went ahead and ordered a bunch of parts ahead of time. I've got a tuner waiting for this thing. I got wheels waiting for it. I got all sorts of stuff waiting for it back at the barn. So let's see. We'll get those ramps folded down. Good to go. And now we just got to run back there and load this thing up. It does look really, really good. Like, the earlier third gens, I think, are underappreciated sometimes as compared to, like, the 06 and up. Oh, dude. This thing looks so good. Man, I love the look of these trucks. Like, they're definitely starting to get to that point where, like, I feel as though they're a little bit more of, they're not quite like a classic truck yet, but they're definitely starting to reach that space of, like, you know, it's okay that a third gen is a project truck. It's kind of reaching what the second gen was for a long time, I think. All right, so wait a minute. I forgot to strap it down. Yep, we got to do the front axle and the rear axle. Got that right there. And then rear axle, we'll go ahead and do that one. Perfect. All right, now let's get this thing back to the farm. I think it's going to take really well to the parts that we've got waiting for it in the barn. All right, let's take off. Oh, dude, and you can, not only can you tell that the Chevy is, I mean, bro, the Chevy is more than tuned. I mean, this thing is like injectors, head studs, big turbo, I mean, a lot of custom tuning. That's why this thing is faster than that is with a trailer behind it. I mean, the other truck unloaded would not out-accelerate this truck with the gooseneck and a full-size truck on the trailer. It's crazy how fast this thing is. Especially, like, just how much torque it has. I mean, look, we're already back at the farm. It's wild. All right, let's make our way around. Who left that there? I think I know who left that there. Diesel left that there. Why would you do that to me, bud? It's all good, though. All right. I left the mower there, though, so I can't say much. All right, I'm going to circle around the front of the house here. Truck does look really, really good. Really, really good. All right, let's get you behind the, well, why unload it back here when, okay, you know what? I tell you what. So we'll go ahead and unload it back here, and then we'll pull it into the barn, and then the next time you guys see it, it'll be a little bit more, spicy than it is right now. So let's see. We'll unfasten the belts, unfold the trailer, and we'll go ahead and shut her down. Now, let's go on and hop out and get this thing off the trailer. I am so pumped for this thing, dude. Let's fire it up again. It fires up so fast. Like, the engine has to be really healthy with how fast it fires up. All right, so let me go open those barn doors. We'll back it on in. Oh, man, I'm so excited to kick off this project. We'll just leave it running like it is real quick. All righty. Let's go and get the doors open. Oh, this is going to be so good. All right, let's back you in. Almost there, and boom. Shut it down. And now, we're going to go ahead and shut the doors. And the next time you guys see this thing, it's going to be, well, it's going to be a little different. Let's just say that. Well, a little bit of time has passed now, and I think it's time to show you guys what we did with the truck, because we didn't necessarily do a bunch to the exterior, but everything that we did is either under the hood or kind of in the suspension, wheel, and tire department. Now, obviously, I wanted to throw some bigger wheels and tires on there because I felt like it would fill out the lift kit a lot more, but the biggest thing that I felt that the truck was lacking was that extra performance. So we went in and did a lot in that department, and I'll show you guys what I mean as soon as we open the barn doors. So let's get these doors open. Here it is, and as you guys can see, the fitment is way better. Way better. We've got these, they're about like kind of, you know, somewhere between that 36, 37-inch tire range. But like I said, of course, under the hood is where we did most of the work. So I'm going to go ahead and get in it, and we'll fire it up, and we'll take it on outside, and I'll explain to you guys what all we did to this thing once we've got it out in the open. Oh, it echoes in the freaking barn. Dude, that sounds so sick. Oh my god. Getting this thing outside with the new wheels for the first time, oh my god, it looks amazing. Especially like just pulling it away from the barn like that. Alright, I'm gonna run back to the barn, speaking of that, and we're gonna go ahead and shut the doors. That way they're not just hanging open. But let's shut the engine off for a moment, and I'll explain to you guys what we did. Now, under the hood, we redid a lot of things. Full new set of upgraded injectors, much bigger turbo, went through and completely redid the tuning, and now this thing pulls like a freight train. It does take a second to get going. It takes a second to spool up the turbo. I think I went a little bit too big on the turbo, but I mean, nevertheless, once it gets going, the power behind this thing is wild. So now, we're gonna take it for a drive so you guys can see what I mean. I still love these wheels and tires, though. Like, I know it's kind of old school with, like, you know, the grapplers, but, you know, even that look can still look really good sometimes. We also made sure to kind of, like, help with the functionality by adding a drop hitch in the back. We added a gooseneck hitch in the bed, and this thing can do a lot more work around the farm now than it was able to do before. Now, apparently, that cooler just came with it. I called the guy, I asked him if he wanted it back, and he was like, nah, you can keep it. It went with the truck. And I'm like, does the recovery chain come with it as well? He's like, yep. And I'm like, okay, all right, well, I guess that's that then. Now, oh, easy. It creeps a lot. It's got this weird little, like, creep to it, and I don't know if you can let me out. Oh my god, an AI in Farming Sim actually letting somebody out? What is this? So as you can see, it revs a little bit higher now, and once it gets going, like, once it hits about 50 miles an hour, and the rest of that boost kicks it, holy crap, it starts moving. It starts moving. You've got to be careful with it, like, after about 50 miles an hour, because once you pass 50, it takes off. It rips. Look at this. It absolutely freaking rips. 90, 100, and it keeps climbing. 113 miles an hour. I'm going to have to get on the brakes, because that's a little, like, that was a little gnarly, but, like, this thing just absolutely moves when you get on it now. It's certainly not sluggish like it was before. So let's see. All right, I'm going to do the classic Ram driver move and get right up behind this person in front of me. Oi! Out of the way! Never mind the fact that I'm turning off right here. They don't need to know that. All right, let's go and whip it right in here. I wonder, will it do it? Not quite. I was like, will it do a donut and turn around like that? Maybe not, but still, like, I had to try, you know? I had to, like, give it some beans and see if it would. It's got a little bit of a weird, like, overrun issue with the transmission at the moment, and I'm not sure how we're gonna fix that. And what I mean by that is, like, when you let off the throttle, like, it will coast for way longer than it should. And so we gotta figure out why it's doing that. But let's go ahead and make the drive back. Let's see how much speed we can hit between here and that next corner. All right, we're fully, like, just flat on the throttle. That's 50. And then once it gets past 50, it really takes off. Oh, there we go. There we go. There's that extra power. Come on. 90. 100. Dare I take this turn at 100? Oh! Well, that went well. Yeah, let's not do that again. That was really, really bad. Let's definitely not do that again. All right. That is, we're adding that to the list of things we're definitely not ever doing again. All right, so let's get this thing back to the house. We'll drop it off, and I think my primary use for this truck in the coming days is going to be for mostly, like, you know, either daily driving or kind of casual towing. I don't know if I'm going to do a lot of heavy hauling with this thing, because I feel like if I heavy haul with it, we're going to need to really mess around with the transmission and try to get it a little bit more stout, because I still don't feel like it has the low end that I want it to have, especially when it comes to towing. It's more got the power up at the high end, which is great for like high speed runs, but that's not exactly what this thing was originally designed for, and I still wanted to have a lot of that low-end torque. So we're going to mess with the tune a little bit. We're going to see what we can come up with, but at the end of the day, I think we definitely transformed this thing after picking it up. So let me know what you guys thought of this episode, and of course what you guys thought of this truck in the comment section down below. And if you're new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.